So how did you get into AI and what drove that interest?
So around 2023 January, I heard too much of AI things from my mentors from the international market as well. Have you seen the movie by Rajnikant, Robot?
Yes.
So it's like the same robot. If you see in the movie, that robot was just simply scanning telephone directories and was able to recreate the entire thing in just seconds. So yeah, it's just like that. You give all the resource files.
99% of the people know is ChatGPT, and instead of using Google search, we are asking for something on ChatGPT.
So when I started AI, even I started ChatGPT.
When it comes to video, images, and other marketing related work, how can AI help us?
Now AI can also help you in that as well. Nowadays, I'm sure pretty much most of the people have seen Ghiblis. Like there is a trend in India as well that couples who used to post the cute pictures of them. I have some friends and people around me, and they have generated more than $100,000 in a financial year by selling products in AI space only.
Today we are going to have a discussion with Ashish, and we are going to talk about how AI is disrupting digital marketing and many parts of business. So hey Ashish, welcome to the podcast.
Hi Didi, thank you for having me here.
So Ashish, tell me, when did you get into AI? Because you seem to be already an expert in AI. I am pretty impressed with your skills when it comes to app development, when it comes to video, audio, and a lot of things you are using AI to make it easier for business owners. So how did you get into AI and what drove that interest?
So as a solopreneur, and it was always a struggle to handle the team. So around 2023 January, I heard too much of AI things from my mentors from the international market as well. So I started learning into it, and the more I started learning into this, it was so fascinating because now I don't have to handle 10, 20 people in my team, just 2 or 3 people and 4 or 5 AI working agents, and things were easier.
Okay. So when it comes to AI, what 99% of the people know is ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And instead of using Google search, we are asking for something on ChatGPT.
Yes.
But I do hear about a lot of things like AI agents. There is tools for helping you code, develop apps, and there are so many possibilities when it comes to AI.
Yeah.
So let's talk about AI from the angle of a freelancer or an agency owner who they can use AI either for their own business or to serve their clients. So in terms of the maximum use case, in terms of going beyond just using ChatGPT as a Google search kind of thing to ask simple questions, what is the level 2 in AI where we should start learning and how we should start using AI?
Okay. So there are mainly, 2 purposes where AI is being used. And this is the same thing even I was using. One is for logical planning and, like a CEO level thing where I'm discussing and planning the whole architecture. And then the execution part. Now, Didi, you are having your own company in the past. You are handling a lot of people. If you can give me a number, how many people you have in your team?
I've had 15 employees at its maximum.
If you can give maybe how many for lead generation, how many for sales, or how many for content writing, any idea?
We had around 2 folks who were focusing on social media and content, 3 people who were handling sales, 2 people who were handling operations, 1 person handling finance full time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, handling these much of people, definitely humans, we have some issues. Kuch na kuch to every day we are having something here and there. Obviously, as a business owner, you must be facing some challenges as well, handling the big team. So whenever AI comes in the picture, what it does is most of the tasks like content, research. Nowadays, with advanced AI reasoning like OpenAI and Claude, we are able to clone the brain. So Didi, if you have to mention me one person who you like to write email copies like, or maybe landing page copies like, then if let's say we start producing the same similar style of copies like that particular expert in the landing page or in email, we can use AI for that. And obviously if it will enhance your efficiency of your result as well. So when I started AI, even I started with ChatGPT. So at that time I was using extensions on multiple processes here and there. Later on I understood that with AI what I can do is I need not to be the expert of the topic. I can figure out who is the expert. I can clone their brain, not exactly 100%, but still even 50-70% of resonance is sufficient for my level of work. And then on that purpose, what I was doing is or simply making AI bots for the experts. So for marketing, for sales, for email copies, for email writings, landing page copies, different experts. Now these experts, all they have to do is the moment I give them the question that, hey, I need a landing page copy for this particular product, immediately they start used to write like the expert on which I have
So
trained
let's
them.
say if I have to start writing copy like Dan Kennedy,
Yeah.
or let's say hypothetically I want to hire Dan Kennedy to write my landing page copy.
Yeah.
I could create like a model where I upload all the books, videos, and all the content that Dan Kennedy has created,
Yeah.
and the AI can learn from it, get trained, and
Yeah.
then it can write the landing page copy as if I have hired Dan Kennedy, or at least I've hired somebody who has learned from Dan Kennedy.
100%, you got it right. So now Didi, I mean, is the way you have hired companies and let's say even freelancers in your company, even interns. So initially you have to train them, right? Give 2 or 3 months of probation period where you're training them how the result should look like. AI is just like that. The difference is I usually use this analogy to explain it to a broader audience. Have you seen the movie by Rajnikant, Robot?
Yes.
So it's like the same robot. If you see in the movie, that robot was just simply scanning telephone directories and was able to recreate the entire thing in just seconds. So yeah, it's just like that. You give all the resource files. So we use a term called as knowledge base. This is a technical term we
Okay.
use in this. So you create a knowledge base where you produce all these contents like books, videos, audios, whatever you can bring on the table so that AI can learn from it. And in just minutes, AI is able to learn the best of the
So
best.
instead of a 3-minute probation period, it's 3 minutes of learning.
Yeah, it's just 3 minutes of learning. So that actually helps AI to scale faster. Immediately it learns and immediately it starts replicating the same thing. So that's how AI helps companies, solopreneurs, and all to efficiently copy someone, learn from someone. I'll not use the word copy, but I'll use the word learn from someone. And if let's say you don't have bandwidth to hire the person, definitely you can use AI to produce the efficient level of output.
Got it. So is it as simple as creating a project file inside ChatGPT and loading all this data, or should we use something like some other tools to execute this particular operation? In this case, let's say copywriting. How are we going to interface with the AI tool? Because what most people know and what even I know is just open ChatGPT and just try to chat with it.
Okay.
So how do you do this? Is it as simple as the same chat or something more than that?
So right now I'll create two main categories. One is manual work, the other one is automated work. Now if you want to do manually, then definitely you create a project inside ChatGPT, upload all the knowledge bases like the way I mentioned, and then start asking the questions based on that particular job description. If you want a second option, that is automated, where you don't want to focus and do all these copy pasting here and there, then you create some agents, maybe in Claude Code, some terminal based applications. Even right now Codex is there in the market. So you create an agent, you train it and everything, and then you just simply give a small update that hey, I want something like this, and it starts creating everything. And then once it is created, it sends it to the whoever guy is designed for designated for that particular role. So it do the end-to-end work completely automated.
Okay. So everybody talks about creating an agent, but tell me a little bit more about how do you create an agent?
Okay, so for that, what we basically do is there are tools like CLI based tools, command line based tools, mainly Claude Code or Codex.
Okay.
Now, what we do is, let's just say, in this laptop, you have all the files and data. AI is like an intern which you train quickly. Okay, it is sitting 24/7 in your laptop. And when you're using CLI based tools like Claude Code and Codex, they don't ask for each and all manual approvals. They simply complete the whole task. So what they do is we have a software called as anti-gravity, a software called as VS Studio Code. They are easier to understand for the normal audience because the UI UX is pretty much easier. Okay, we install some extensions, we install some commands, and then the whole setup is ready. Now we have to set up the architecture. Like if we want the landing page copy agent, then we define the steps, like what is the role, from where to learn the knowledge base, what to execute, how to execute, after execution what to do. Let's just say after execution the file should be saved in a Google Docs or a PPT or a PDF. Once it is saved, do it need to be delivered directly to the client or the account manager or someone? You keep on adding steps.
It already looks very complex. I think I need a mastery course on this and sit and actually execute it for me to learn, because once you said CLI, I already lost you. So like, what is CLI? So command line interface, right? So that is something I think I and other people can learn when we actually execute it. So at least now we know that, okay, it's not as simple as opening ChatGPT and like telling ChatGPT create an agent for me. There are some technical aspects involved, but not so much that you have to be like a developer or you need to learn coding or something like that to learn. So so that is something we will cover in the mastery courses on how to create agents, and then we will define what the agents can do. We will experiment with it. But what other areas AI can help us with? Like, for example, I have been seeing videos and I have been hearing from people that you don't need to hire a developer to develop an iOS app or an Android app anymore. You can develop an app for the Play Store or your iOS store just by using AI. I tried it, but I kind of got lost. I did not know where to start. I did not know what was the next step. It looked a little bit complex for me. So how easy it is to develop apps using AI?
Okay, it is very easy right now to develop apps using AI. Usually, I go with these two phenomenons. One is you have to believe कि हो जाएगा. You will be able to do it. It's okay. Let's just say you don't know coding and all. Let's say people who know coding, they will be able to do it in 2 hours. You don't know it, you will be able to do it in 4 hours. But
Okay.
the end result is you will be able to do it. You have to have this belief with you. Second thing is, the more better you're able to narrate your situation. It's all about narrating it. So if let's say you want to develop an app, you have to narrate it like a baby. Like, hey, I want this as a feature. These are my issues. These are my situations. And at the end, always add this thing that you write the whole code. I don't know how to write, where to write. You write the code, you give me the location where to copy and paste it.
Okay.
And simply copy paste. That's it. This
Interesting.
is the manual way. As I started with this conversation, that there are two ways, manual and automated. So the manual way is slight bit time taking, but still you are able to generate the output. In the automated way, we don't need to do all of those things. We just simply narrate the whole idea and what the final output should look like, and let it create the whole interface.
How long will it take? Will it be running overnight?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30, 40. I mean, in entry level apps can be developed in just 30, 40 minutes.
If I want to develop a simple calculator app, let's say
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay.
So I have seen you more into cryptos and all these blockchains technologies and all. Let's just say you want to learn more in bitcoins, and let's just say instead of tracking it every day online, what is the price, what is the things, you can even create your own Bitcoin tracker, and it will just price tracking app. Just 5 minutes of work. Just give a basic. You don't even need a fancy UI UX. Just how much this much of Bitcoin is worth today. Maybe a notification if it falls less than 20% of this value, notify me. If it goes more than 25% of this value, notify me. Like push notifications and all. Just 5-10 minutes of job.
So we can design that with AI. Okay.
5-10 minutes of job.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So when it comes to video, images, and other marketing related work, how can AI help us?
Now, AI can also help you in that as well. Nowadays, I'm sure pretty much most of the people have seen Ghiblis. Like there is a trend in India as well that couples who used to post the cute pictures of them. So pretty much in image generation and audio generation and video generation, AI have already trained on all the data. All you need to do again is narrate it like a good cinematographer. What should be the scene look like? What should be the background lighting look like? What should be the actors should portray? What should be the camera angle? The better you narrate, the better the outcome you're going to have. And narration is the only problem. The reason, the difference. Like why your output can look different and my output can look way too different. The only difference is narration.
Got it. The way I look at AI is that, I will give you an example. Like if there is an island and there are 10,000 people in the island, but you don't know how to speak their language, but they're all looking for work, and the cost of hiring people in that island is extremely cheap, then you need an interpreter. And you will pay a lot to this interpreter because you can set up a factory there, manufacture goods, export it, make a lot of money because the cost of hiring these people is very less. But if you can't communicate to them, then you need somebody who understands English, and that interpreter talks to those people, gives them instructions, they become like the manager. So similarly, if you think of the tools that we have right now, like computers are like robots, they follow our instructions. And earlier we had to hire developers to talk in the language of computers to give instruction to the computers. So what happened was that we paid so much money to developers and all these tech guys, because these developers, tech guys, product managers will understand our English language in our expectation of how the app should look like, what functionality it should do. And then they write the code, which is basically the language of the computers that computers can understand. And then the computer keeps working. And even though it's not like humanoid robots, like, with moving arms, legs, and like that, these are still robots. Computer is a robot. It can consume very less electricity, and it can keep running 24/7 inside the servers. But now, just like imagine in this island, these people learn English, and I don't need the interpreter. I can talk directly to them. So similarly, I believe that when computers only understood the computer language, and then we hired developers so that developers can talk to the computers in the computer language. Now the computers itself has learned English, which is what AI is. It's just an evolution of what we already had.
Yeah.
And now it's more like they can understand us in a more conversational English. So the middleman, which is the developer or the tech guy, who used to be having a huge amount of importance in the tech circles in the software industry, now they are being removed, because now I can directly talk to the computer and the computer can understand me. I don't need an interpreter or a developer. So that way, when I look at it, earlier, before YouTube, before Instagram, before internet, email marketing, all that, only the publications and big media companies had access to audience. So if anybody wanted to reach the audience, they had to either pay these publishing companies an ad budget, or you had to be news so that they cover you. But you were dependent on them to reach the audience. But now today, anybody can start a YouTube channel. We can have conversations like this, publish it, and reach the audience. So earlier, the only companies who could develop software was all the big tech companies who had the ability to raise big enough capital to hire the developers. But today, since we can talk to the computers directly and the tools have become very cheap, now what do you think will be the future of the SaaS industry? Where do you think that just like the creator economy, which creates media, we will have a creator economy which will create software, that anybody and everybody can create a tool or an app, either for an internal use or like a company where they can get customers as well, without having the requirement for huge capital to hire developers and everything. Everybody becomes a software creator. So that way, what do you think will happen to the big tech SaaS companies, and what do you think is the opportunity for small guys like us to use AI to develop software and apps?
Okay. So you have seen news of layoffs. So the main reason of layoffs is also this, that big companies, the low level work they have already automated using AIs. Now if you have seen, even in India, a lot of manufacturing units, you have seen that workers are putting some cameras and lenses on the work, whatever they are doing, and they are recording and training data for AI.
Okay.
So not now, but eventually in next 2 years, even that work will also be automated using AI.
So if you are assembling something, if you are stitching something, even those kind of things can be done by robots in the future.
There are a lot of videos surfacing on Instagram and all these platforms where workers, they don't know what they are doing. They think like it's just their supervisors monitoring the work, but it is actually they are training their data. So eventually big companies are just training the data, and they're just trying to automate the low level work so that they can have much more better cost of operation. Second thing, now for what we can do for people like us who we can grow using AI. Now the SaaS economy. Now I have some friends, even some of my own team members, even a couple of people who were part of your own Alpha Club community. I know them personally. So there are a lot of 10-20 people around me who I know them very well, that they are using AI. They're doing vibe coding. There's a term called vibe coding. It's basically, you don't know too much of the development part, but still you do it for fun, somehow using narration and all. Okay. So now they are creating apps like, let's just say, we have a lot of accountancy apps in the market right now. An alternative of that accountancy app, but for only specific company. So, instead of paying a recurring subscription fee to that particular app of accountancy, you're just paying one-time developer fee to that particular guy and having one full-fledged accounting software for your own business. Similarly, we have video recording tools. Let's just say you are stressed up with your video recording tool. You create your own video recording tool in just 1 hour, 2 hours, and you use it, sell it for your own company. Let's just say attendance management companies. Whatever you see in your company, in operations, and you see that every month you're paying something to a subscription to a different company. Instead of paying every month monthly fee, anyone can go and pitch you an offer that, hey Didi, instead of you're paying, let's say 2,000 rupees per month for attendance tracking of all your employees, how about for just 50,000 rupees one time cost, I deliver you a product that is going to do everything for you. You don't even have to, burn too much of operations here and there. It may look expensive for the first year, but eventually from second year, third year, fourth year, you're in pure profit. You can resell it to other people as well. So similarly, right now, what I have seen around me, people are actually using AI to develop small SaaS. They're not using SaaS to advertise it to millions of people. They just, let's just say, I know you, so I'll see what are the loopholes in your company where I can save you cost of operation. I'll build some tools around it, give it to you, and take one-time fee for that.
Got it.
So that's how I know people around me who are doing it. They're not building it for millions. They're not building it for public. They even don't promote it in public. They just know the company owners. They just reach out offline, like the way you always highlight the power of email marketing. So they reach out through emails. They ask what are the problems you're facing in your company, build something around it, deliver it at a one-time cost, make money out of it. To give you a figure, if you know Skydo, there's a platform used for the international transfers and all. I have some friends and people around me, and they have generated more than $100,000 in a financial year by selling products in AI space only. So yeah, it is a good thing to do. I would say.
Interesting. So I think we should create a mastery course on how to develop apps with AI, and we will develop live apps. So all those content is coming soon. So video content, images, copywriting, apps. What else can we do with AI?
Pretty much, DD, all I know is whatever you can train, you can do it with AI. Let's just say if this assembly unit, right now, obviously I need hands to build it. But if let's say there is a robot and I fit that AI as a brain of that robot, definitely that robot can also build the assembly line. But let's just talk in a small scale, like for solopreneurs and digital creators. Whatever you hire a person and train for 3 months, you can do it. It may be websites, it may be landing pages, it may be email marketing, cold email, warm email, both of them. It may be Instagram content research as well as writing a script for your video, YouTube script writing, LinkedIn post creation, image creation. Pretty much every vertical of digital marketing.
When I write a 1,000-word blog post, sometimes I take that blog post and put it on ChatGPT to make a LinkedIn post version of it. But then I copy paste and manually post it on LinkedIn. Can we develop AI agents where it will automatically post on LinkedIn for me?
We can, but I don't recommend more on
because
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn might look
because
like
LinkedIn don't have their official APIs. So there are tools in the market. We can do that, but I don't want to recommend something which is not safe.
Yes.
So
it might get your account banned.
Yeah, but what you can do is you can create 30 different posts for 30 days and get it in one Google Doc. So let's just say you're traveling from here and there. You can simply read and review. You know what to post. You can have a 5,000 intern, and then that intern can quickly just simply copy and paste the image and upload it. Apart from LinkedIn, on Instagram and Facebook, definitely we can do because they have their official APIs.
Got it. Okay, so a lot of interesting things to do with AI, and we will discuss more about AI, and we will try developing an app and a lot of things to do with you. So thanks a lot for your time, and I hope everybody liked this video and this discussion. Please leave a comment below whatever questions you have about AI, and we will answer them in the comments. Yes, thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you.